Chosen one, listen closely, for this is a message meant to stir your spirit and awaken a deep awareness within you. This Christmas is not like the others. God is moving quietly, powerfully, and deliberately in ways that surpass what your eyes can see and your mind can comprehend. What is unfolding in your life is far greater than you imagine. Even when circumstances seem ordinary, even when nothing appears to change outwardly, the Spirit is at work behind the scenes, aligning, preparing, and orchestrating a season of breakthrough that will leave an eternal mark on your life. You may have thought you understood the path ahead. Perhaps you anticipated blessings, expected resolution, or assumed answers would arrive in familiar ways. Yet God's ways are higher and His timing is perfect. The breakthrough He is preparing is not superficial, it is deep, transformational, and far-reaching. Chosen one, what you are about to receive this season surpasses human expectation. It is not measured by worldly standards, and it is often invisible until fully manifested. Many will enter Christmas chasing temporary joy, fleeting satisfaction, or external recognition. But you, chosen one, are being positioned to receive more than mere celebrations. God is orchestrating circumstances that will shift your understanding, align your spirit, and redefine your destiny. His movements are often quiet, almost imperceptible, yet their impact is irreversible. Pay attention to the subtle stirrings within your heart, the unusual coincidences, and the unexpected clarity in thoughts. These are signs of divine orchestration, invitations to engage with what He is doing before the world recognizes it. You may have felt moments of delay or unanswered prayers, times when it seemed like your efforts yielded no results. Do not be discouraged. Those delays were not mistakes, they were preparation. Every pause, every season of waiting, every moment of testing has been intentional, shaping your resilience, sharpening your discernment, and preparing your heart to fully receive what God is now releasing. Chosen one, the fullness of this Christmas season is contingent upon the readiness of your spirit. God is doing more than you think, but the subtlety of His actions requires attentiveness. You may not perceive everything immediately, and the blessings may not always come in the form you expect. Some will arrive as clarity in decision-making, others as protection from unseen threats, and still others as opportunities disguised as ordinary moments. The key is awareness. Those who are alert, faithful, and sensitive to the Spirit will see the hidden movements. Those who are distracted or impatient may miss the significance entirely. This is also a season of alignment. God is preparing you internally and externally. Internally, He is refining your mind, emotions, and spirit to recognize and embrace what is coming. Externally, He is arranging circumstances, people, and opportunities that will support your breakthrough. Some doors may close unexpectedly, some relationships may shift, and some plans may change direction. Do not fear these movements. They are intentional. They are creating space for what God is doing, ensuring that nothing obstructs His purpose. Chosen one, you may feel an unusual sense of anticipation, a stirring that is both exciting and unsettling. That feeling is the Spirit at work, nudging your heart to pay attention. Do not dismiss it as anxiety or coincidence. It is a divine signal, a reminder that God is moving quietly but powerfully. Reflect, pray, and remain open to His guidance. The awareness you cultivate now will determine how fully you receive the manifestation of His plans this Christmas. Some of you will notice subtle confirmations appearing in your environment, a phrase that resonates deeply, a sudden insight, or an unexpected alignment of circumstances. These are not accidental, they are markers that God is moving ahead of time, preparing your heart to recognize the extraordinary when it manifests. The more you notice these confirmations, the more you will enter this season ready to receive, aligned with divine timing and purpose. You may also encounter internal challenges, moments when fear, doubt, or past disappointments resurface. These are part of the preparation. They test your faith, refine your emotional sensitivity, and prepare you to receive the visitation fully. Resist the urge to react impulsively. Instead, respond with awareness, trust, and alignment. The way you navigate these internal moments will determine how deeply you experience what God is doing. This season is also about discernment. Not every opportunity, encounter, or message is intended to be pursued. God's work often arrives quietly in ways that are subtle and easy to overlook. The ability to distinguish between distraction and divine guidance is essential. Those who exercise discernment will enter into the fullness of what He is preparing, while those who ignore spiritual cues may miss the extraordinary. Chosen one, expect the unexpected. God's movements often defy human logic. Opportunities may appear in unusual places, answers may come from unexpected sources, and protection may arrive in ways that seem counterintuitive. Do not be alarmed by what seems unusual or delayed. The extraordinary often manifests in forms that the unprepared cannot recognize. Your openness, attentiveness, and faith determine your ability to perceive and embrace the fullness of His plan. Some blessings will come as internal transformation rather than external change. A renewed perspective, a deeper understanding, or clarity in decisions may precede visible manifestations. These internal shifts are just as significant, for they prepare the vessel to steward the external blessings responsibly. Chosen one, value the unseen work as much as the seen, for both are essential components of the visitation God is orchestrating this Christmas. God is doing more than you think in your relationships. Some connections will strengthen, others will redirect, and a few may conclude quietly. Each interaction serves a purpose in positioning you for your destiny. Observe the signs, discern the shifts, and respond with intentionality. Your spiritual alignment now will determine the quality and depth of the blessings that follow. You may also experience moments of quiet guidance, thoughts, impressions, or intuitive nudges that seem almost too subtle to notice. These are not accidental, they are whispers of God preparing you for extraordinary impact. Pay attention, record them, and act in alignment. The small, quiet confirmations now will serve as signposts that guide you into the fullness of His plan. Chosen one, this season will require patience and perseverance. The work God is doing cannot be rushed. It is precise, deliberate, and intentional. Attempting to force outcomes or accelerate the process will only interfere with the divine timing. Trust the quiet unfolding. Remain faithful, attentive, and obedient to the Spirit. The visitation is coming, and it will surpass all expectations. Finally, understand this: God's work before Christmas is more profound than human eyes can perceive. It is designed to transform, to elevate, and to align your life with destiny in ways that exceed understanding. Remain watchful, remain attentive, and remain aligned. The extraordinary is quietly at work, and you, chosen one, are in the center of it. This season is not ordinary, it is divine, intentional, and life-altering. Chosen one, the work God is doing in your life before Christmas is far more intricate and profound than you realize. Often the Spirit moves quietly, unseen by human eyes, orchestrating events, relationships, and circumstances to align perfectly with divine purpose. What may appear as ordinary or uneventful in the natural realm is actually charged with divine intent. God is positioning, preparing, and directing every detail to bring about a breakthrough that transcends expectation. You may have thought that the waiting, the delays, and the unanswered prayers were signs of neglect. Nothing could be further from the truth. Every delay has been intentional, every pause a layer of preparation. What you have experienced as waiting is actually refining, strengthening your faith, sharpening your discernment, and preparing your heart to recognize and embrace the extraordinary when it manifests. This is the unseen work, the quiet orchestration that precedes visible change. This season requires heightened awareness. God often moves subtly, in ways that the untrained eye might miss. Those who are spiritually sensitive will perceive the stirrings, the quiet confirmations, and the nudges of the Spirit. A phrase heard unexpectedly, an idea that surfaces in your mind, or a coincidence that feels divinely timed, all these are markers of preparation. Ignore them at your peril, for they are keys to unlocking the fullness of what God is about to release. Chosen one, patience is essential. You may encounter moments when the timing feels unclear or the breakthrough seems delayed. Do not allow frustration, fear, or doubt to cloud your perception. Divine timing is precise and God's work is never hurried. Each moment of apparent delay serves a purpose. It aligns circumstances, protects you from missteps, and ensures that you are fully prepared to receive. Your readiness is just as important as the blessing itself. You may notice subtle shifts in relationships. Some connections may strengthen quietly, others may fade without explanation, and a few may redirect you toward your destiny. Pay attention to these movements. They are not random. God is orchestrating these interactions, positioning the right people in your life, and removing those who may hinder your alignment. The ability to perceive these shifts with clarity will determine how fully you enter into the season's visitation. The Spirit is also preparing your heart and mind. Internal alignment is as crucial as external positioning. Old fears, past disappointments, and lingering doubts may surface during this season. Do not resist them, nor allow them to dominate your spirit. These challenges exist to refine your awareness, strengthen your faith, and prepare you to receive with clarity and joy. The visitation cannot fully manifest in a heart that is weighed down by unresolved issues. Release, forgive, and create space for divine work. Chosen one, expect moments of insight that surprise you. Thoughts that suddenly make sense, opportunities that appear in unexpected ways, or clarity that comes in the midst of uncertainty. These are signs of God's quiet preparation. Document them, reflect on them, and act with discernment. The extraordinary often comes quietly, and the prepared heart recognizes it. Those who fail to perceive the subtle work may miss the magnitude of what is unfolding. You may feel a stirring of anticipation that is accompanied by unease. This tension is not accidental. It is the Spirit preparing you for revelation. The gap between expectation and manifestation is where spiritual readiness is cultivated. Navigate this tension with patience, attentiveness, and faith. Your ability to remain aligned during this season will directly affect the depth of the visitation you receive. This is also a season of testing. You may encounter challenges, opposition, or circumstances that seem confusing. These tests are not to deter you. They are instruments to refine your discernment, strengthen your spiritual sensitivity, and confirm your alignment with God's purpose. Respond with faith, clarity, and attentiveness, and you will pass through these moments fully prepared to embrace the extraordinary. Chosen one, some blessings may arrive in unexpected forms. They may not appear as you anticipate, but they are perfectly suited for your path. Opportunities may emerge in unconventional ways, insights may come at unexpected times, and protection may manifest in ways that seem counterintuitive. Remain alert to subtle signs and confirmations. The extraordinary often hides in the ordinary, and those who are attentive will perceive it. God is also working in your environment. Doors may open quietly, resources may align, and circumstances may shift in ways that create opportunities previously unimaginable. Some of these changes will feel small, yet their cumulative effect is transformational. Do not dismiss what appears insignificant. The Spirit orchestrates every detail for your ultimate benefit. Those who recognize the significance of small signs will enter fully into the blessing, while those who overlook them may miss critical elements of divine preparation. Your attention to relationships is equally crucial. Some people may return unexpectedly, offering guidance, support, or closure. Others may exit quietly, removing distractions or obstacles from your path. Engage with discernment. Not every encounter is meant for continuation. Observe patterns, recognize confirmations, and allow your spirit to respond with alignment. Spiritual sensitivity now ensures that the visitation flows unhindered. This season emphasizes internal purification. God is calling you to release doubts, regrets, and unresolved emotions that could hinder your reception. A heart free from clutter is capable of embracing the full magnitude of what He is doing. The quiet work within prepares you for the external manifestations of His visitation. Cleanse your mind, align your spirit, and be receptive. The blessings of this Christmas cannot coexist with spiritual baggage or distraction. Chosen one, moments of solitude are not emptiness, they are preparation. Silence is sacred, and it is where divine whispers are most clearly heard. In stillness, God moves undetected by the world, speaking directly to your heart. Embrace quiet moments, reflect deeply, and position yourself for alignment. The Spirit often communicates in ways that the busy, distracted, or anxious cannot perceive. Your readiness to engage in quiet reflection will determine how fully you experience His visitation. Expect divine nudges, subtle guidance, intuitive impressions, and unusual confirmations. These moments are markers of alignment. Act upon them. Respond with faith and attentiveness. The visitation is already in motion, and your responsiveness ensures that you step fully into the blessings being orchestrated on your behalf. Patience, discernment, and attentiveness are critical. The extraordinary rarely manifests immediately or in expected forms. God's work is deliberate, precise, and intentional. Attempting to accelerate or force outcomes risks misalignment. Trust the quiet unfolding, remain faithful, and observe with spiritual clarity. The visitation of God this Christmas surpasses expectation, but it requires your readiness to perceive, respond, and receive fully. Chosen one, be aware that the extraordinary often arrives quietly, subtly, and unexpectedly. It may manifest internally as insight, externally as opportunity, or relationally as alignment. Recognize the signs, embrace the preparation, respond in faith. Those who are spiritually awake will perceive the magnitude of what God is doing and will step into a Christmas season filled with transformation, clarity, and divine alignment. Finally, understand that God's work is more extensive than you think. Every detail, every subtle movement, every quiet whisper is designed to position you for extraordinary impact. Remain alert, attentive, and aligned. The visitation is not a fleeting moment. It is a season of transformation, and you, chosen one, are at the center of it. This Christmas will mark a turning point in your life, far beyond what human understanding can measure.